Hey, happy Friday. What's going on, everybody? Gordon's been riding his bike. Torp's here, but he was fishing, so he might be a little sleepy. I'm glad you could make it, Torp. Glad to hear you caught a lot of fish and got out there, man. That's pretty cool, man. Everything's good. All right, everybody's gonna start filing in. I might be a hair early. Kim said, start it, let's go. No, it's right 8:30, right on the button. We'll see who comes in, files in, and says hello. Um, not a great car week. Was really busy all week, but I made it out there a little bit. A couple of nights, 2 nights I made it out there. So we're close. We're gonna hang that quarter and get ready to start on that other side. I think maybe Sunday. We'll see. I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. Going to a car show, and then I got to come home. My neighbor's having a retirement party. We got to at least go over and say hello, hang out for a couple minutes with those guys. And I got to keep it quiet. I can't be out there running the compressor while he's having a big party. So we'll do that. We'll do that maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday we'll have a car day. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, Paul White.
Paul White made it. What's up, brother? How you making out, man? Hopefully well. Hopefully well. Everybody's filing in. Gonna be hit or miss this summer. Usually in the summer months, people file in, file out, file in, file out. So we'll see. We'll see how big of a crew we get tonight. See how
It's
many
too
people.
nice to be on inside.
It is night. It is getting nice, but it's going to start getting hot. We had a really bad storm yesterday. It's been raining on and off for a month, and I just got the grass cut in time. Was taking a shower. We were supposed to go out to eat. And
Hey,
while I'm in the
one.
shower, the storm hit. Tornado warnings. There's trees uprooted, but we lost how many? At least two. I mean, the guy down at the end of the street here, his tree got just broken in half. And around the corner, what did you say that was, Kim? A dogwood or something? It
Some
just
some
got
kind of flowering tree.
it got uprooted. It just got like I said, the ground is so wet. The trees didn't stand a chance against those winds. But it is what it is.
Was it at least warm where you were, Torp? Because one's saying he's getting snow in the forecast.
And fire and snow.
Fire and ice. He's like Game of Thrones.
David Soloway, what's
Hey,
going on,
David.
brother? Everybody's filing in now. I don't have no whiskey this week. Kim wouldn't take me down there.
Hey, too, babe.
So I got to drink beer this weekend.
Well, that's good, Torp. At least it was warm.
Mm.
You all right there?
I am now. It takes a minute to get used to the beer. You don't understand. I've been having whiskey every week, and then you took it away from me.
I didn't take it away from you. You know where the liquor store is.
You said you wouldn't go with me. I don't know why. I didn't do anything to you. See how she gets sometimes, guys? But oh yeah, but the car, the Nova's getting there with that quarter panel. The drop down pan, I got to put that in before I put the quarter on. So I'm going to pull the quarter off for the last time. I'm not pulling it off again because it's going to end up getting damaged. I bet you I had that thing on and off 10 times. Just looking for that perfect spot. I don't believe there is one. But we know exactly what we want to do now. So, and I do have video, and it's just putting it all together. I don't want to put the video out without the quarter panel being completed. So it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to make it fit. I guess I'm getting a little too crazy with it. I mean, I've looked at so many of these at the car shows, and I've seen what guys, when they say good enough, what it looks like. It really isn't. It's terrible. The worst fit I ever saw was at the Sundance, and the car was painted. It had to be a $10,000 paint job, but the bottom gap of the door was like this wide, and it was sticking out, and the quarter panel was sticking in. And I don't know. I guess they said good enough, and it really wasn't. I wouldn't have put that much money. And the paint job was a mirror paint job at that bottom corner, and that was the only spot on the car, but it was bad. So I'm trying to do better.
Who wants to get called into work to, babe? That stinks.
Oh man, I don't even do those anymore, too, babe. The call-ins are too crazy, man. I mean, the last time I got called in, because I live real close to work, and I don't mind going in and helping my asset. But the last time I got called in, it's like before I even made it to the time clock, there was like 4 other areas in the mill trying to call me, and I don't wanna get stuck in the mill all weekend. I wanna be, I only get 2 days off a week. I want my time off. It never does end. What's what going on
Hello.
over there? Oh, jeez. My
All
son's
right.
calling my wife. He knows we're doing this, and he shouldn't be doing
All right. Bye.
that. So I don't know. I'm telling you, David, me too, brother, me too. But anyway, I gotta put that drop down in that on that Nova
Hey,
before
Harry.
yo, Harry, what's up? I gotta put that drop down on there before I put the quarter on permanently. I tried to slide it in while the quarter panel was on there. It's not happening. Gotta have the quarter off to slide that in and set the quarter panel back on. So I'll just have to, I'm gonna put it where I believe it goes, and then I'll have to shape it the rest of the way. That's just what I'm gonna have to do. I can't think of another way to do it.
I'm salary now, so I don't get overtime.
Yeah, but you get a bonus if you do a good job.
We'll see how that goes.
I can't wait to spend your bonus money. Yo, Randy made it. What's going on,
Randy.
buddy? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, man. I have not one. I have not put any paraphernalia on the cars. Neither one. I should. The only thing that's on the gasser is the what you call here. And that Kim painted that on there. I told her to get out there. She's like, she doesn't want to paint on it because Jimmy did too nice of a job. She said, so she refuses to put anything on the car. Mm. But it is what it is. It's like I don't even have time for like little stuff right now like that. I am going to take a time out from the Nova for like 1 or 2 days. I got a small project on the gasser that I want to do, and it's going to probably, instead of just taking a couple hours, it's probably going to take me a day, maybe a little longer, because I don't think that Phil and I hooked up the reverse lights for the car, and I bought a backup camera for the car because I need it backing into these car shows. I can't see. All I have is the rear view mirror. I guess I could put door mirrors on, but even with the door mirrors, you see everybody trying to back into these car shows, and all they got's a little door mirror. Next thing you know, the door's getting whipped open, and everybody's sticking their whole half their body out of the car to back up into a spot. So I bought a backup camera. As a matter of fact, I think it's right behind me.
Gotta keep the wife happy too, babe. I was with my niece yesterday. She was talking about her wedding coming up in November.
Just a little 7-inch screen, but it has all the apps on there. So it's got hands-free calling and everything else. You can't hear, and I won't be able to call Kim unless I'm sitting somewhere with the car off. I could still use it, I guess, but you know how loud that car is. But for the backup alarm, or excuse me, the backup camera. So I'm going to do that one day this week. I was reading. I think I have a couple extra relays in the box out there. I got to go out and dig around and find them. I think if not, I saw some on Amazon that already have the wire loom that comes with them, and they're all. It's just a standard, because they say, I was reading, and a couple of different people do it different ways, but I don't want to run the power right to the transmission. I want to run it through the relay, like kind of like almost like a horn relay. But the camera system itself is easy to hook up. It's one red wire that you just splice in with the backup lights, and it triggers the backup camera. But like I said, I don't think we hooked that up, so I gotta build the whole circuit. And I got the TKX transmission. and the two wires are just hanging there off the passenger side of the transmission. That's easy, and either one can be the ground. It doesn't matter. It's just a switch. So that's good enough for me. But the other stuff I got to read up on, and I got to pull that drawing out. I got to figure out which wire goes to the back for the backup light. And then once I figure all that out, it shouldn't be hard. If it gets hard and I feel like I'm going to burn my car down, maybe I could beg Phil to take a look. I don't know, but I'm going to give it a try myself first.
She's
One buddy told me, hey, just put a on-off switch that runs to the red wire. I guess I could do that. Because a lot of these hot rod guys don't even hook up their reverse lights. But I don't know. I do have the neutral safety switch hooked up, but I don't think we ever hooked the reverse lights up. So
she's a nurse too, babe.
I'm going to pick a night and do that.
Going to be another nurse wedding. She works in the ER. Ooh, Randy had chicken piccata for dinner. Yum, yum.
That sounds good. What is that, hon?
It's like chicken and with a sauce and vegetables.
What kind of sauce? Is it a cream sauce? Is it a red sauce? A white sauce?
It's like a creamy sauce.
Well, I don't know.
Well, learn.
Randy, and for the cost, I think this thing, you can get one for $39. I think I paid $44.95 for this one because it has all the extra gadgets on it to make it like a modern car. I'm hoping that I have the cigarette lighter powered up in that thing. I can't even remember if we hooked that up because that's where it draws its power. That part of it's easy. I could hook that up. And I think it is actually hooked up because I think that runs off like the same circuit as the dash lights. I think. It's been so long I can't remember. But,
I am Italian.
and they give you in the kit. They give you like different mounting options. Like this one glues on. It's got a couple glue pads in there if you want to glue it on. This one, it looks like you can hook it up from the ceiling or from the roof of the car, and it comes out, or you can hook it on the front of the dash and it comes out and you can turn it any way you want. So they give you a whole bunch of different ways to hook it up. So I'll figure it out. Like I said, that's one project I want to do, and maybe because I might wait till it's not so hot. It's supposed to be 100 degrees every day next week. So when you get hot, you just don't. I don't want to be doing stuff like that, and then I don't know what I'm doing because then I don't want to be frustrated. Did I say that right?
No.
Frustrated. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to get frustrated. Have a sip, man. I don't want to get all worked up and then not be able to do it or whatever. But yeah, that's the only other thing. That's the only other work I got lined up car wise aside from putting body panels on the Nova. Today I would have went out for a couple hours, but Kim and I changed the security cameras at the house, so I was hooking them up. I got 4 of them hooked up. I got 4 to go. So we have half security right now. We covered a lot of ground with the ones I got hooked up, but I got 4 more cameras to run for that. That's good.
Randy. They changed something on YouTube, Brian said, when he was setting up the live.
Yeah, they changed when I set up the live this week. They usually you're allowed to pick conservative, balanced, or a lot. I always pick conservative. Now it's low, medium, and high. I put it on low. So I'm not trying to beat nobody up. I'm just trying to communicate with everybody. And I guess YouTube wants to make a couple bucks. So let them make a couple bucks selling bras. Kim, could you pronounce the name of that?
What?
The house cameras.
I don't know.
The box is right there, hon.
It's called, I don't know where it went on my phone now.
I got it
on
off.
key.
It's like on key. It's the cameras they're pushing on Amazon right
now. Hey,
now.
Jesus.
and you get 8 cameras, Randy, and, our old system had 6 cameras, but only 4 outside and 2 inside. This one only has 8 outside, but I'm gonna make a couple mounts, and I'm gonna put a couple in the house just to have, because Kim
I
likes
like to
to
watch the
check.
dogs.
Yeah, Kim likes to check on the dog when we go out, so I'm gonna make a nice little stand, and I'll at least
'Cause you
put
can
one in the
talk through
house or
them.
2. Huh?
You can talk through the camera.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Can you talk through these ones?
yeah.
Okay. Well, we're trying to figure it out. Now I had Night Owl, Randy, I had Night Owl, and the cameras still worked great. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the DVR box filled up. I tried to buy a new box. It wouldn't work with my cameras. They said my cameras were too old. And they don't have a number you could call and say, "Hey, look, I need a DVR box." So I just said, I'm not for, if I got to spend $250 every 3 or 4 years for a new system for a DVR box, then so be it.
Come
That's
here,
what I got to
baby.
do.
What's the matter?
I was looking at Ring, but they're just for like the front doors, right? I kind of want my whole
No.
property covered so we can see what's going on.
Torch said, "Don't forget to put one on the garage."
Yeah. Yep. We got one facing the garage right now, but we want to put one on the garage facing the house. But I was telling Kim I have to get like a conduit or something to put on that cable line that I have, because the wires are not for exterior. So I'll have to run them through like, some kind of protective
Hey, Big
sleeve.
John.
I'll have to find some kind of protective sleeve to run them through.
Hey, Eddie.
And each line, each cable line is only 60, I think each one's 66 feet. So I have to measure before I do it too.
Oh, that's cool too, babe. Look, Two Babe knows all that computer stuff. He just made a PC.
What do you mean?
He built a PC with 1 terabyte of hard drive.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's good. The biggest problem with the cameras is it's like I have them facing out, into the property. So if the tree moves, if the car goes down the street, it records. It's like, and I was getting like all kinds of notifications as soon as I put it on my phone. So I shut the notifications off. I'd rather just check it periodically. Kim's home all day. You know, if we go out, I'll turn the notifications on. We got to. I guess I could use SD cards. I read something about that, and I may look into that. We'll see. What system do you got, Randy?
He has a Roku,
Oh, he has the Roku. Okay.
and Two Babe has deer cams on the gate.
All right. And one uses a cloud. Okay.
He's saying to use the cloud.
Oh, well, somebody's gonna have to show me how to do all that stuff, because I don't know how to do any of that stuff. You should see, if I had hair, I'd have pulled it out trying to just download that
Hey,
app.
Don.
Yo, Don, what's up? I mean, it wasn't hard getting the app downloaded, but the problem was after it was downloaded, they don't tell you where to click. Kim did, it wasn't me, because the same thing happened to Kim. I had to go over and help her because there's like a little tiny black check mark in the upper corner. There's no explanations. You had to kind of like muddle through. And only one person's allowed to sign up. So then the other person has to share with that person. So we had to do all that. I mean, it's like, hey, we're in our 50s, man, and you're making me do all this stuff.
Hey, Lonnie.
Yo, what's up, Lonnie? Going on, brother? But it is what it is. It's like, it's to be in this world, you gotta muddle through. You gotta figure it out. Like I got a 55 Chevy and I'm putting a modern backup camera on it.
I don't even know why.
Huh?
I don't like using the camera in the car.
Oh, I need it. I need it for backing into places at the shows and stuff. I have a kit. I have one of those, but it seems like he doesn't know half the time. He figures it out a lot easier to me, Ron, but
He knows how to do it. He just doesn't want to.
well, that too. It's like he doesn't want to come over
Because
here.
then you ask him a million questions instead of just letting him do it. You ask him a million questions.
Oh, okay. Well, I try to learn what I'm doing. I try to understand I want to understand what I'm doing. I don't want somebody hand me something and say, "Here, it works now." And then if something goes wrong, I'd like to have an idea what to do about it.
Oh, look, Two Babe says that send what you have, and he will send you the instructions. Not a problem. That's so nice of you, Two Babe.
All right.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello? Okay. See? Two babe got see, I appreciate it, man. Have a sip on that one, man. Uh, oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Remember that gasser I was looking at? I guess about 2 months ago, that 57 Chevy. It was over in Jersey. It's for sale again, but this time it's in Pennsylvania. So I'm figuring it's one of two things. It's somebody who copied the ad who's trying to scam, but I think it's the other thing. The guy, either the guy's flipping or he bought it, realized he can't do the work, and now he's selling it. But I can't remember how much the guy was asking for. I remember saying to you guys I wouldn't give him any more than 10 for it, but this guy was asking 12.5. I'm 99.9% sure it's the same car, and I saved it so I could show you guys and you could tell me. I might have to turn the Wi-Fi back off on this thing. There it is. This is the same car, remember guys? But it only has 2 pictures. That's the exact same car. But that doesn't look like the same place. This is in Mooresville, Pennsylvania, and it was over there in Jersey. So I was thinking about reaching out to him, but I can't remember how much it was. Oh, I don't know. I don't have to have it. I wouldn't give him that much for it anyway.
Where is it?
Mooresville, Pennsylvania.
How do you spell it?
Hold on, I'll go back in there. I was just there. Mohrs Ville. It's all one word. If you need me to put it on there, so you can.
No.
I would have to get fenders too, because I would change that front tilt. I couldn't stand that. Look at the way that's cut. All the heck. I couldn't deal with that.
That's an hour and a half away. Hey, Tim
Hour and a half.
Windsor. Hey, Hubie.
What are you sending me? One, I can't watch YouTube videos right now, man. Oh, install guide. Okay, for the backup camera, I got you. Yeah, I was reading like what are they? Threads? Is that right, Kim? Is that what they call them? Threads?
Threads, yeah.
Yeah, I was reading a thread online and about how guys do it, and one guy was saying just cut wires in. The other guy was like, "Oh, you don't want to run a power source to your transmission. You want to run it out to a relay." And I like the relay idea.
Randy wants you to go to the Nationals.
Who does?
Randy.
Oh man, I don't know, brother. I don't know.
He wants it to run. He wants your car to run a quarter track. It looks like he's
You're
going.
not the first person that's after me to do that. I'm eventually going to
Thanks,
have.
Tim.
I'm not afraid to drive. I'm not even afraid to crash. I'm afraid to crash that car because I can't replace that car. I will never be able to replace that if I wrecked it all up. I'd never forgive myself.
One says he has that ad saved. You sure that's not what he sent you?
The what?
Thanks, Hubie. One said he has that ad saved.
For the 57?
I don't know.
I guess you're talking about the ad for the 57 one. Yeah, take a look. I know that it's not listed anymore though.
Hey, Mark.
That ad went down, and it could be that he had it on. Maybe it's in Messenger. Maybe because I did talk to the guy briefly, and maybe there's Marketplace. I meant to say, yeah, Marketplace.
Hey, Glenn. It was in Philly in 14, he said. Yeah, I'm doing good. I have a appointment on Monday, and I found out how many radiation treatments I have to get, and then I have to meet with the radiologist after July 4th. So, yep, I'll find out everything then. Hopefully, it won't be too many radiation appointments.
Yeah, see the ad's not there anymore. I swear it was in New Jersey.
The next craft is probably going to be fall Halloween. I got some Halloween ones. I don't have anything. Got a couple for now, but I just don't feel like doing them. Thanks, Eddie.
I'm thinking
Thanks,
the guy that bought it, and then he's probably having second thoughts. You know how some people get the jitters, the next day jitters. I shouldn't have bought that.
Thanks, Randy and Hubie. It's all good. Oh, it's not. Well, my phone says 9 o'clock. My phone's a little quick.
I know there was another one. Are you sure it was that one? Because there was another one in Philly. I swear this one was in Jersey. I'll show you the picture again. And this doesn't have the same pictures as the other ad. It just ain't coming up.
Thanks, Big Job. Where was the green one? He said 57 hard tops. Buy it, Randy said. Buy it.
I'm sure. I don't have the garage space and property space that Randy has, or I would buy it. Yeah, that was okay. I almost blew that. All right, well, let's get the bumper sticker thing going, guys. We're going to give away this fancy bumper sticker this week. I hope you guys are ready to guess.
We need something new because the bumper stickers are getting old.
Well, you know what, Kim? It's what I have, and I have stacks of them, and I've been throwing the fill the bucket in with them too. I'm not just sending this one.
Hey,
so
old
you just keep your opinions to yourself.
No, I'm not keeping it. I'm on here. I'm going to voice my opinion.
She's got an opinion about everything.
I do.
And I sit there. We joke around like fake fight threatening and stuff. I'm always like, I'll get you good, and I'm just talking crap. She comes over and and hits me and stuff. I should file charges against her. I'm just kidding around. She comes over and bops me one. But anyway, we're giving away a bumper sticker for the
look. Old Path Woodworks wants one. He's got to guess a number.
See, there you go. All right, so check this out, guys. I need somebody to guess a number between 51 and 100. Between 51 and 100 to get the bumper sticker. Go, and I'll throw a fill the bucket bumper sticker in. Up there, Randy.
Randy.
Randy Ryan, 56. You guys can see, just so you see, it's on the up and up.
You see the first two numbers that were called? It was 55 and 57.
I know. So there you go. At 8:57, Kim sent the number over, so you guys know it's legit. All right, there you go.
I'm K Diddy. That's right. Not P Diddy. K Diddy.
My man, who Old Path Woodworks. Send me your address. Email me your address, and I'll send you a bumper sticker, brother. No
I
problem.
sent it to Randy too. You're a funny one.
That's good. So my email is
That's Two Babe says his wife beats him up too. Everybody's wife beats their husband up.
so there's my email. Woodworker guy, Old Path Woodworks. Old Path Woodworks. You just email me your address, and I'll make sure you get one too. I can't give you Randy's. He's wallpaper in his bathroom with my.
He's back. He's back.
It won't be long before Randy starts doing lives on his channel, and he'll start giving away extra BW garage bumper stickers.
So who's all going to the
No problem,
nationals?
Buddy. Huh?
Who's all going to the nationals?
Oh, everybody's going to.
Well, Eddie's going and Randy's going. Is anybody else going?
My I think everybody goes. If I could get my brother to go with me, I guess I could drag the car down there. But I don't want to leave it. You understand? I would try to get a campsite or something like that because I'm not leaving my car. I can't replace it. And everybody, you read these horror stories where these guys they take their cars, they steal them at these events, and that's why I try to stay local. I mean, it's nothing else. There's no other reason. But I'm not parking my car somewhere and going to sleep miles away at a hotel. It's just not happening. It's just not going to do it. That's my biggest holdup, Randy.
Oh, that's not good, Don. He can't go because, well, he could go, but it's his wedding anniversary that week.
Who's that?
Don.
Now, my buddy, hold on a second. I got sidetracked.
You're looking in California now, Hubie? You got sidetracked with what?
Glenn. Oh, yeah, Glenn. My email is Jed Clamp at 32 at yahoo.com, but it's also at gmail.com. That's my wife's salesman used to call me Hillbilly. And that was right around the time of the internet coming to life in the early 90s. And I had to make an email. So I made the most famous hillbilly Jed Clampett. And I was 32 years old at the time. So that's what the 32 is. There you go. There's that little side. And that I've had that email since the internet started. Or it started for me. I'm sure it maybe was already going on a year or so before I got involved.
Randy, I don't think taking
Thanks, David.
Taking the wife to the nationals would be a very good anniversary.
Ooh, I don't think Kim would like that too much.
I don't think Don's wife would like it either.
I could probably get my brother to go with me, but that's a heck of a haul. I mean, that's like a day and a half drive one way. So I got 3 days of driving just to get there. And then I'm too paranoid to leave my car. And then you want me to take it off the trailer and drive it down the racetrack and crash it. And I'm sure Steve, he comes in here sometimes. He's dying to race me, and I'm not a race car driver.
Who, Steve McElfresh?
Yeah. He's been after me. I'm going to have a race. Okay. I'll have a race.
Don't come home if you crash it.
See what I got to deal with? I do think positive, Randy, but I also think rationally. And anything that can go
Bye, too,
wrong
babe. Tell the
for
wife
me
hello.
generally does. It it just does. Exactly, Don. Exactly. Maybe I'll go down to Cecil County on Test and Tune and play around a little bit, like I did with the Camaro
Tomorrow.
that time. I went down there. I maybe go down there and play a little bit. I'd have to bring my timing light and I'd have to turn that thing way up because I don't have a computer. I got the old timing light. Turn it up. I can do it by ear. Yeah, it is just a car. It's just a car when you're building it, and that's my attitude for that. But now that it's done, I don't want to get it hurt. I don't want to hurt it. I don't baby it. Yes, my neighbor. I get up on it once in a while. I hit my little spots and I play. Mm.
Well, you've been across the whole country, Hubie. You started in California, into Tennessee, Montana, and now you're back in California.
Wow. It's just the cost of living out there, though, isn't it? It's terrible, isn't it, Hubie? I remember it was high when Kim and I were there. Kim and I lived in the Bay Area for about 3.5 years.
No,
No,
2 years.
two. Okay, whatever. We lived out there for a couple of years. I was out there 3.5 years. Kim was out there 2.5 years.
I got there February of '90, and I came home February of '91, and I came home February of '93.
There you go. Kim's better at that stuff than me. I'm not good at dates and times and all that. We lived in California. if you, my son was born at Oakland Hospital, Oakland Naval Hospital. So he tells everybody, "I'm from California, dude. You flew on a plane like not even a month after you were born and was never there again." But he doesn't care. It's the truth. He was born in California. The mosquito in here, huh?
He's not a Raiders fan. For some reason, he likes the Steelers, but he's also an Eagles fan.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Steeler guy, man, all the way.
Oh yeah, we've been to San Mateo.
I've been a Steeler fan since I was like since I remember football. I mean, I
That's
was
right, one.
born and raised there, and it was my son. My son liked them because I liked them, but he lives here, and all his friends are Eagles fans, so he likes them both the same, I
Yep, we lived in Alameda. He was stationed at Alameda Naval Air Station. I used
guess.
to drive past the bay and
It
watch all the jarheads
it
jogging every day.
Yeah, it was, Hubie. I don't think it is anymore. I remember all the bases because I used to have to travel. I'd have to go sign a weld truck out, and sometimes I'd have to go over to the Oakland base, and then there was a base in San Mateo or whatever it was. And I had to go weld for the divers, and they were like 40 or 50 miles away. There was a lot of naval bases. I don't know how many are still there. I know they closed NAS Alameda because that's where I was stationed. And I was on SEMA, which is shore duty for 2 of the years, and I was just a welder, just a ship fitter. And then whenever I had to go overseas, they put me on Samuel Gompers. It was stationed out of NAS, and it was basically a floating factory. I did the exact same job, but I had to go to Guam, I had to go to Japan, and I had to go to places like that just to do the same job. My job was to service the Pacific Fleet.
Steelers are big in Columbus.
Oh yeah, It's like back in the day, it's like Bradshaw and all them guys. You're a little kid, man. It was like your eyes are this big. They're winning the big trophy every year, you know. It was a great time to grow up. It really was. Their football team was winning. But I remember the second game they used to show us every week because they always have the two games on. They'd always show us the Chargers. So I like the Chargers too. Dan Fouts. Oh yeah, the Iron Curtain, brother. But that
So,
was my team back in the day.
what part of California you looking, Hubie? Are you still looking down by LA?
That's cool. I remember going to Treasure Island a lot. They had a bunch of boats over there. I helped decommission the Wichita, and that was in uh, decommed it in Treasure Island. I spent probably 6 months cutting blank flanges. They didn't buy flanges; you had to make them. I just sat there and oxyacetylene cut so many blank flanges to flange stuff off. I just sat there with a plate all day just cutting. I could freehand just as good as the guys that were using the little jig. Do you ever see them jigs where you put the little thing in the center and you go around? I got to the point where I was doing it freehand. I wasn't even setting up.
What's your daughter going for a master's in? That's pretty prestigious.
Mm. Hey, Kim, will you get me my other beer, please? What'd you say? Did you say something?
I was just up a minute ago.
Oh, you probably should have got it last
No,
time.
you should have asked.
I really didn't think about it.
That's your problem.
You guys see what I got to deal with? I don't know. But anyway, back to the Nova for a second or two. Talk a little bit of car stuff. I'm gonna struggle a little bit putting that drop down in. I noticed, like, okay, so right now, and I know they put a little gap there on purpose, but right now the gap's like a little more than a half inch, probably closer to 3/4 of an inch. And I got to sandwich three pieces together. So I got to pull them together. But I don't think it'll be that bad because I did the same thing with that wheel tub. I was able to pinch them pieces. That wheel tub started out at this, then I got it to this. Now I got them to where they're just about touching. Because I don't mind screwing stuff together, but I like to get it real close first. I don't want to force everything together because then the metal kind of kicks all around. Just take your time and just slowly bring it together. Then you can screw it together. The one good thing about all that, like around the wheel tubs and anywhere I can, there's a lot of places where I'm going to be able to use the spot welder from the Harbor Freight. You know how many times that car, half of that car is welded together with that thing. I had to buy a new set of tongs for it because once the ends, if they start coming loose, got to make sure they stay tight because if they don't, they start to strip. I was able to refurbish the other ones, but I don't trust them. I put the Loctite to hold them tight, but you guys know they're heating up. And how do you loosen Loctite? Heat it up. So I'll try them whenever I eventually have to. I bought that new set. You can get those tongs on eBay. They're $35 for a new set of tongs. You can get the longer ones too, and they fit the same unit, but they're closer to like 60. I think they're like $60. I was thinking about getting a long set. If I keep using that thing like that, I'm probably going to. It is, Don. It really is. It works great too. And every day say, "Oh, the metal's got to be clean." No, it doesn't. You just leave it on for an extra second or two. It'll burn right through that stuff. It doesn't care, man. All right, I'll check it out, Randy. I meant to ask you too. Eventually, I could get out there and into the 55, and I think you're going to need a template because I'm telling you, I struggled not with the floor, cutting the floor. That template I gave you for the floor, that's going to work good. The the thing I had to freehand and figure out is the backstop for the seat for the mini tub, the backstop for the seat. That was a pain in the butt. I cut it and I cut it wrong. And then when I cut it wrong, I didn't want to have to buy a new brace and recut it. So I made a brace. I made a brace and I made it perfect. I made a paper template and I made a piece of metal and welded it in there and it looks factory. Man, that was a pain in the butt because you have to cut half of them end pieces off of that backstop for the back seat. So if you when you get to that point, let me know. I'll make you a template for that. I got the templates I sent you. Joe from Real Deal Steel made those, and
That's
they're what
cool,
I used,
BB.
and they worked perfect. I'll make them, Randy. I'll climb back in there at some point. Maybe when I'm messing around with that, because I got to run a set of wires to the front for that camera. So when I get back in there, I'll grab a piece of card uh, paper or something, and I'll get in there and try to make them for you. No problem, man. It's like, why struggle? I already have. I already figured it out. So why should you have to struggle with it? One thing people do is they'll try to reuse the hinge braces and they cut them off. They're all cut up and they look like crap. I made a nice set of braces to hold the hinge for the hinges that because you got to weld them back to the floor tub. The hinge braces. I made homemade hinge braces, and they came out really nice. I'll take a picture of those. I just bent them up in the vise, man, and they come out really nice. I looked at a picture. I looked at a picture of what a convertible brace looked like, and it seemed like it was nice and clean looking. And I tried to emulate that in a way. They're not perfect, but they're kind of in a way look the same. I made French braids. Sometimes I don't know what you're talking about. One, I made something. Mm. Ah. You got a whole bunch of projects going at once. My brain would turn to scrambled eggs. I tried to juggle 2 or 3 things at once, and I can't because I lock in. I try to let stuff go too, and I can't. Like, Mike, you guys know, he comes in here, he professional car builder. He told me, "Don't even worry about that, about putting anything on that, sale area where there was," he said, "You're not gonna put nothing there." I'm still gonna put a piece of pool noodle there just because my brain and he knows, you know what I mean? That dude, if you've seen some of the stuff he built, man, it's top end. That Mike McNorton guy is like, he's like, he knows, and it's but my brain won't quit. Kim knows what I'm talking about because she's known me for all these years. I can't let something go, so I have to do something to it. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's what happens. That sucks. One that sucks when you lose stuff because you're losing storage. I was going to stop at this storage place up the street. I just want to see how much they want for a storage garage for a month because I can't see spending a bunch of money. That was a mosquito or something. I can't see spending that kind of big money to store something. But I kind of need the space to build, you know. And right now, the shop, it's nice. It's nice being able to just have everything off to the side. I can pick it up, look at it. I got the quarter panel laying on the fender stand, so I can do what I gotta do. That thing's got so much glue on it. That's another thing. I gotta get all that glue off of it before I can put it on. They put so much tape on that packing it. And I understand it, they're protecting their thing, but the heck with me, right?
I don't like
Oh,
your shirt.
oh yeah, my son got me a shirt for Father's Day, and they put a sticker on the inside of the shirt, not not like a sticker you'd see at a store where it's on the front where it comes right off. The glue on the sticker, Kim couldn't even get it off. She had to, how'd you get the rest of it off today, Kim?
My little craft iron.
She had to use an iron and heat it up. And it's got glue on it. It's like I I couldn't believe it. It's like, why would they do that to a person? You're sending your product out, and all you're doing is ticking off. I'll never buy another T-shirt from them again just because of that. Because
What
I'm not,
size is that? Extra large?
yeah. Why it doesn't look it?
I don't know. Randy asked what size.
Extra large. I'm XL. I'm XL long if I could get a long, but a lot of places don't sell a long, so I just get the XL. Because anything bigger than that, it looks like a tent on me. Especially since I've been on all that medication. I've lost a lot of weight, man. Look at my old YouTube videos. I bet you I lost like almost 28, 30 pounds.
He thought it was
It is.
BS too, Big Job. I had to listen to it for a half an hour
What?
going on about that sticker.
Oh, you couldn't get it off either.
No, I had to listen to you go on and on about the sticker. I had to listen to it again today. Johnson really needs to let those people know, give
You
them a
got
bad review, blah blah blah
give
blah.
me the link. I'll go on there on Facebook because I seen it on Facebook. It's the hanker for a hunk of cheese shirt. I've been wanting one for a while. And I got the here it is. This guy here. I like stuff like that, but it's got the see in here. Look see all the little spots right there? That's remnant of glue. That's how hard and it was like an ugly orange sticker, and it was for their use, not mine. It had like a little
You remember that
writing.
guy, Randy?
It was
I
had like
hanker for
writing
a
on it
hunk
for the
of
order or
cheese.
something like that. But to do that to somebody buying clothing, whoever come up with that should be fired. I want to go on, but I just want to make sure where Jonathan got it so I can go in there and bash him. I think I sent him the link. But
A hunk of slab
I like getting
espresso.
one-off shirts like that. Like I got a Speed Racer shirt, and I bought that like a month ago, and yet you can only get stuff like that off the internet. And you know how many people come up to you at the car show because you're the only person they know that's got a real Speed Racer shirt. Where'd you get that shirt? The internet.
I tried the hair dryer, it didn't work. That's why I went with my iron.
Dude, it was bad, Glenn. I don't the adhesion that's that shirt is very thin material too. It's great for summer. It's a summer shirt for sure. I mean, you can almost see through it, but it's very thin
Randy,
material.
3XO.
Oh yeah, my Speed Racer. I'll wear it next week, Randy, or next time we do live. I'll wear it.
UB
So,
has one.
all
I wonder
right,
if he has the same one.
maybe. I love me some Speed Racer, man.
I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
I like having one-off shirts. I got the Al Bundy shirt. Well, that one's a belly button shirt. Now that one shrunk as soon as I bought it. It was the Al Bundy 4 touchdowns in a
It was
single
poke
game
high.
shirt. Huh? Yeah,
Poke
Polk
high.
High shirt number 33, Polk High. But I had people coming up clapping me on the back. 4 touchdowns in a single game. I just like wearing goofy shirts, man. That's my thing.
No, the one we got you at Boscom's was awesome. I love the Jaws one.
Oh wow, you have Chim Chim? And that's cool. I don't have any Chim Chim, man.
No, ma'am.
I got to get me a Chim Chim shirt, man.
Why don't you just get Sprocket?
You mean Spritle?
Spritle.
She doesn't even know who the characters of Speed Racer is.
I used to watch Speed Racer, but I never really liked Speed Racer. With the little sweat things coming down. Oh, oh.
I remember one time after school, I was in like, I guess I want to say second or third grade. I had to get home to watch the second part of the Mammoth Car. And Phil, my buddy, Phil, he's my buddy now, but back then we were kids. He was like in fourth or fifth grade. I was in like second grade or something. He was waiting for me after school to beat me up. I can't remember what I did. I did something stupid. He was ready to beat me up, and it's like I ran through him, and I wasn't even thinking about fighting. I was just thinking about getting home for part two with the Mammoth Car. He beat the tar out of me the next day. Well, as far as it goes for little kids, he just threw me around a little bit. No, Chim Chim was the little monkey, Ron. Chim Chim was the little monkey. Spritle was the little brother.
And who was it? Trixie? Pixie?
Randy calls his wife Peg when she puts her leopard shorts. You're a brave man. You're braver than me, Randy. Don't forget Pops, Hubie. And who was the ace mechanic? Casey? Sparky, that's what it was. Sparky. Sparky and his ball cap. Been years. I remember a couple years ago, you can watch them. All the Speed Racer episodes are on YouTube. You can check them out. They're on there. That's funny stuff. I don't know. Anyway, it's been real, guys. I think we ran our course on this live. It was a lot of fun talking to everybody, man. I hope you guys had a good week. We'll try to do it next week. No promises. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I mean, I'm so busy right now, man. It's not even funny. And I'm trying to do car stuff. I know I told you I'd probably have the long form video out last week. I would look for it this week. I'm definitely going to get that quarter panel hung, and I'm going to start tearing the rest of the roof material and the quarter panel off the passenger side, probably at some point next week. So that's where I'm at with that thing, man. Kim was laughing at me today saying, hey, you started that car in 22 or 23 or something. It doesn't matter. It'll get done when it gets done.
Good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. Have a good week.
I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I sure did.
Be safe.
I'll see you guys next week. Take care, everybody.